Okay, so in our testing, using the smartwatch at its full potential got us 23 hours. After using these tips, we got a little over 32 hours. Here are 10 tips to get 40% longer battery life. Goedendag, we're DHRME. Those homies regally mastering excellence. Not to be a wise ass, but technically you should have read the fine print. Google says a full battery for Google Pixel Watch goes all day with a charge that lasts up to 24 hours to support sleep tracking and other features. Up to 24 hours. And they'd be right. So there goes a potential class action lawsuit. Smart Google, very smart. Don't subscribe for legal advice. Okay, so in our testing, using the smartwatch at its full potential got us 23 hours. Charged it fully at 10:30 p.m. before bed, and it died the next day at 9:40 p.m. After using these tips, we got a little over 32 hours. Let's go. Tip number 1. That watch-like crown works beautifully. A nice tactile click with the ability to scroll through the UI by rotating it. And when you rotate it, you get some nice haptic feedback. But haptic feedback is made possible by moving the vibration motor, and that costs battery. So turn this off by going to Settings, Vibration, and turn off using crown. Tip number 2. The Pixel Watch has a GPS module to help track your workouts and for navigation. GPS is a massive battery drainer. So if you got the non-LTE version of the Pixel Watch like we did, or you always carry your phone with you, then you're better off not using the GPS on your watch for workouts. So make sure this is turned off by going into your apps, then select Fitbit Exercise, scroll down to Settings, click on GPS and turn it off. Alright, next tip. You've probably seen this one more often than you've seen cat videos on the internet. Turning off that always on display. And it makes sense, the display is another humongous battery drainer. We know, a black pebble on your wrist looks super boring. But without any battery, you'll have the same anyway. So pick your battles wisely. To do this, go to Settings, Display, turn off Always On Screen. Okay, tip number 4. A lot of people like to turn off their Always On display, but keep the Raise to Wake or Tilt to Wake feature on. Meaning when you flick your wrist to check it, it'll wake up the screen, and otherwise stay off. Sounds great, but even this can drain the battery since the watch is constantly checking on the orientation of the watch to wake it up. And don't forget all the times the watch may think you're flicking your wrist, but actually you're flicking something else. To disable this, go into Settings, click on Gestures, and then turn off Tilt to Wake. Tip number 5. If you want to enable or disable the always on screen and tilt to wake from time to time, then the battery saver mode essentially does the same thing. So you can swipe down, hit the battery icon, and toggle on or off the battery saver mode. Next tip. So at this point, you're waking your screen by either pressing one of the physical buttons or tapping the screen. Yeah, we know you tap that, but please don't. Yes, we're strict like that. Tapping the screen can happen accidentally when it rubs up against something or someone, or while you're adjusting your watch. You don't need that kind of wasteful battery drain in your life. Go back into Settings, click on Gestures, and then turn off Touch to Wake. Now you're set. When you need the watch, just press a button. Tip number 7, we're still not done with the screen. Like we said, it's got a lot of potential. When the screen does turn on, either because you didn't follow one of the previous tips or you woke it yourself, it will turn off automatically after a particular duration. Now, this is set on default to 15 seconds, but if you want to stretch it to a tiny bit, you can knock it down to 10 seconds. Might not be revolutionary, but we threw it in anyway. You guessed it, you go back into Settings, Display, and then click on Screen Timeout. Select 10 seconds. Okay, tip number 8. Not only does the screen take up battery, but also what you have on that screen. Let's talk about the complications you have on the watch face. These are in fact little widgets of dynamic information, for example, the weather or heart rate. Fun to have, but also need to keep updating and changing on your watch face. So if you can live without one of those dynamic complications, remove it. You can do that by long pressing on the watch face and either changing the watch face entirely or customizing the complications. You can also customize watch faces in the Pixel Watch app. With just those 8 tips, we were able to achieve a 40% boost in battery life. But of course, we have to say that all of this is highly dependent on your particular usage. If you're someone who's going to use a lot of fitness features or turn-by-turn navigation, then you will burn through the battery quicker. But for an average user with a short workout per day, sleep tracking and notifications, you should see similar results to us. Now, we promised 10 tips, so here are a couple of tips to take things further. Tip number 9. Remember, black is good, white is bad. Okay, that came out wrong. The Pixel Watch has an AMOLED display, meaning that a predominantly black watch face needs to power less pixels and hence will use less battery. Most of the default watch faces are black anyway, but if you have third-party ones or you upload a photo, just keep that battery in mind. You can change the watch face either in the app or by long pressing on the watch face itself. Alright, the final tip. It's a blessing and a curse to have notifications come straight to your wrist without having to pick up your phone. But every notification your watch needs to pull and display on your watch is using power. We personally don't need every Reddit or Instagram notification to hit our wrists, so we turn that off. You can do that in the app by clicking on notifications and turn off notifications from apps either on your watch or your phone. This will save you battery life and help you resist looking at your watch when you should be listening to the person you're talking to. A unique selling point of the Google Pixel Watch definitely wasn't the battery life, but that heart rate monitor pulling your heart rate every second is. Sounds cool, but just imagine the power drain by doing that. Unfortunately, there's no way to change the pulling frequency or even turn the heart rate monitor off. That could have been a big battery saver, but it is what it is. We like big batteries and we cannot lie, so if you guys have more tips that we missed out on, then let us know in the comments section. While you're down there, become a patron or YouTube member, or at least come and join the fun on our Discord server. You've been making the most of a Pixel Imperfect watch, and we've been DHRME. Namaste.